Framing. Columns are duplicated, and the top or bottom of the column can be determined by consulting the erection drawings. Once the top is determined, a clip can be installed to the top of all columns before they're erected. All of the bolts during this phase of erection need to be just hand tight. Stand all of the columns as directed in your erection drawings. Next, place the rafters on the end wall columns using just one bolt on the inside of the clip as shown in the erection drawings. If your particular building is long enough to require a middle rafter, it will be added after the eave channels are installed. At the top of each corner column, make sure the bolt holding the rafter to the top of the column is very loose. This will allow the eave channel to slide into place as shown in the erection details. To install the eave channel, slide both ends of the channel around the end of the rafter until the bolt holes line up. Install both bolts in the corner connection and repeat this step at all corners. If your particular building requires a middle rafter, now is the time to install it using one of the middle column attachment bolts to secure it as shown in the drawings. The installed bolts can now be tightened to help hold the frame steady while the rest of the frame is completed. Framing of the door opening is dependent on the type of door you chose and the placement of that door. In any event, the door frame should now be installed as directed in the written instructions for your particular building. The optional wall girts add strength to the walls and increase the rigidity of the entire structure. They also allow easier attachment of shelving and racks. These components are attached much the same as the other framing members using the same type of clips and bolts. Place the wall girts according to the installation drawings that came with your particular building. At this point, plumb the columns and square the walls with temporary bracing. When possible, place the temporary bracing on the inside of the frame to accommodate the installation of the exterior wall sheeting without removal of the bracing. The roof purlins can now be bolted to the rafters as shown in the drawings. The open side of the roof purlin should face the center of the building. Upon completion of the frame and after the frame is plumb and square, all bolt connections should be tightened. Even those connections previously tightened should be checked, as they often loosen while the frame is pulled and pushed to completion. Walk door and trim. Walk door trim should now be applied according to the installation instructions for your particular building. The correct application of this trim will greatly affect the appearance of your finished building.